Canadiana Boots is part the night personal essay I wrote a long time ago. And yes, it's about my immigration stories and all the feelings and grief, and as everybody will know when you immigrate. So I will start now. On the morning of March 25, 2014, I woke up with my entire body trembling, very sweaty hands. The day of embarking on a new journey had come. I had waited almost until the expiration of my visa to decide to move to Canada. Why could I leave Cuba with these men from such a faraway land? Many questions and a single answer: love. After more than a year of a relationship, a long distance relationship, we decided to get married and celebrate our honeymoon in Barcelona. Happily, months later, our little girl, Amelie, was born. We understood why our path had crossed. A few months from then, I said yes to the adventure to be an immigrant. Immigrant. A word that from the first time I saw it stamped in my passport always made me cry. I left behind my mother, the work I love, my friends and family, and my library. Many diaries full of unfinished stories, my colorful homeland, and a large part of me, of my life story that will remain on the island, locked in cardboard boxes in Havana that run in my mother's house. Now, I understand what my family and friends told me about my feelings of emigrating and the state where you're happy, but with a deep and incomprehensible sadness. Chris had planned carefully every detail for our arrival. He left our old Volvo parked at the airport with 2 suitcases, 2 large bags of winter clothes before going to Havana. The three of us will enter the country together as we had dreamed. My arrival at Halifax airport was very strange to me. The airport was smaller than I imagined. The red tape of immigration was incredible fast. A part of it was processed by new machines without any human contact. Until the end, and smiling officers who stamped my passport welcomed me. While my husband got the clothes from the car, I looked out at the meters of the snow, and I wondered how the wild and gray landscape could convince me to live in. I went to the bathroom with my daughter in my arms to change. The cubicle was so smaller that I could barely move. It made me think of those of my Cuba, but it was cleaner. I opened the first bag. I took my delicate white cotton dress. I stood half naked under the bright white light. Then I put a big gray sweater, a black thermal leggings, 2 pairs of black pants, and a big black coat. My eyes could not escape the big gray boots and a huge coat. I felt chilling lighting round throughout my body. My body began to sweat, a different sweat. I could barely breathe. I looked around and I still had to change my shoes. I took off my beautiful sandals and put on the big gray boot called Canadiana. I hate them. They were ugly and very heavy, heavier than my 2 suitcases full of books. A big sign escaped me when I tied my last lace. Finally, despite all these heavy garments, I left the bathroom almost levitating. I felt as I was in another person's body. While walking to the exit, when Chris saw my upset face, whispering, "Mon amour, these boots were made for walking in the snow," he said over and over again. And I just nodded and remembered Nancy Sinatra's famous song. Then he said, "Welcome," and kissed my left glove. Despite my fears, I was full of happiness and dreamed to start a new life with my husband and our first daughter, Amelie. I can never forget that with those Canadiana boots, I took my first step in this beautiful land that I now call home. Thank you.